Our team of meteorologists warned you a week ago that this was going to happen. It is finally here, a winter wonderland. This is Marietta Square. It's picture perfect. And if you don't have to be on the roadways, just a reminder, avoid it if you can. Because once the sun sets, we heard from both our chief meteorologist, Jennifer Valdez, and from Fred Campagna, that once the sun sets, even though it looks safe now, that slush, the snow, and some of the sleet that had fell earlier today, all of that is going to refreeze and create some treacherous driving conditions.
Well, while some of us are getting to look out our window at beautiful snow-covered trees, other people have had those trees come into their homes. And Zach Summers is with a gentleman, has been with a gentleman today. He just bought this house very recently, and the tree came right through his bedroom and his office. And you spoke with him recently. The good news is, Zach, that nobody was hurt.
Yeah, it's really amazing. We're going to show you the inside of his home in just a moment, but this is part of that tree that came crashing down this morning around 7 a.m. This is just a portion of the tree. The tree actually snapped in the backyard, landing on top of this home here in Dunwoody. Roofers, they've put up tarps over the two rooms that were impacted, but I want to show you inside. Take you to some video we shot of inside just a few moments ago with the homeowner, Matt Dowling. He says he was sleeping in bed with his three dogs when he just heard, actually he told me he didn't even hear it. He just woke up to, the ceiling crashing down on him. And it's really incredible when you look at the video, just how close this homeowner came to potentially being injured or even killed. Him and his dogs, they were okay. They were not injured. We're trying to make our way through the debris because I want to talk to the roofers who are here. This is Brooke and Garrison with Spartan Roofing. And you have to imagine this is not an easy task to do. I mean, I imagine you guys are used to doing this when severe weather hits in the spring and summer. But now you're dealing with snow.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. I'd say it's hairy being up there. There's not really any good places to step, and it's pretty slick. So it's proven to be very difficult. But I'm determined to try to get this thing covered up. Probably going to have to go get another tarp so we can try to cover the center portion. But yeah, very slick. I think probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to encounter in this business.
Yeah, you've heard the homeowner's story of how this came crashing into his home as he was sleeping. What do you make, when you look at the damage, what do you make of how lucky this man was?
I think that he is extremely lucky. He's very blessed that, he survived this because that tree literally landed right over his bed while he was sleeping. So he's very lucky, and I think he's probably grateful at this point that it wasn't worse than it is. So he's alive, and that's good.
Yeah, and you are a tough cookie. I saw you up there. She was on top of the roof putting on the tarp. Were you at all scared up there?
Yeah, actually, I have to say that I have to always fear the roof. And in my job, that's a very good thing for me because that keeps me on my toes and keeps me from falling. So I'm very lucky, and knock on wood, that I haven't fallen off a roof yet. So
yeah, there you go. I'll talk to Garrison a little bit. I'll just switch sides over here. Garrison, unfortunately, this happens when we have weather events. You have trees that come down. What would be your advice to homeowners or anyone who may find themselves in this situation when it comes to finding reputable groups to handle this kind of cleanup?
Basically, just going by word of mouth, and recommended that people recommended
people that recommend you
right.
referrals.
Right.
The guy who took the tree off of this house is a buddy of mine and gave me a call, and so I was on it, and we came down here and we took care of it.
Yeah, have you guys been busy?
Yeah, fairly busy. This weather though is helping be a little bit busier. So
Gotcha. Well, you all be safe. Be careful. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
We'll let you get back to work. They got to go find another tarp. That's how massive this damage was. And again, from the outside, it looks very unassuming. It doesn't look that bad, but when you take a look on the inside, it's incredible that this man survived. I think we have a little bit of the sound from him earlier describing what happened.
The first thing was, is everybody okay? And knock on wood, everybody was. My fiance was already at work. We have 3 dogs. They were all in the bed, and somehow nobody got hurt.
Yeah, again, how about that? Somebody, somehow, nobody was hurt. You know, I asked Matt, I said, because, you know, he said his fiance was at work. I said, how do you think she's going to react to this? He says, well, she'll probably react the way I did. They're very
They're special.
They have good spirits.
They do.
Despite this situation. And again, you know, as Rick mentioned, Sean, a moment ago, as you guys were talking to me, they only moved into this home in August. So 6 months, you know, they're planning a wedding, and then this happens. But again, fortunately, no one was hurt, including their 3 dogs.
The calm under the pressure. We can learn a lot from his story. He has remained impressively calm and called his insurance company, and he's taking care of business. Just take one step forward every day as he tries to recuperate his losses, and certainly there was no loss of life. That's the most important thing. We'll come back to you, Zach, throughout the newscast.
You know,